Hey everybody, so today I'm going to teach you how to stop slicing the ball in this short video. Now, in order to stop slicing, I'm going to go over 4 main areas of your golf swing, and then at the end of this video, I'm going to show you a good drill to help you get the muscle memory down, and that way you don't have to think about the points that you're learning to get rid of the slice. Your body will just do it naturally as long as you practice. First area of your swing to look at that might be causing your slice is going to be your setup. 2 things I would look at is going to be your grip. Now, people that slice have a very neutral grip or weak grip, and you want to have a strong grip. So what I mean by a strong grip is these 2 V's that your thumb and forefinger make on each hand. When you place those on the grip, you want them to be rotated away from the target. So my target is that way. I'm rotating my hands away from the target on the grip. That's going to help me release that club face and get it more closed at impact. Second thing I would look at when you're setting up to the golf ball is going to be your club lean. Now, a lot of players, again, when they're starting off, have it neutral or even slightly back. That causes that club face to stay open and actually causes that club head to look more towards the sky, add more loft, and you're not going to hit it as far. So if you notice this, I'm going to put my club shaft or handle towards my front hip. Again, rotating those hands away from the target. And this is going to be leading you away from the slice. Now, one quick thing I want to add is when you are leaning this club handle forward, make sure that the club face isn't opening up because of it. You're not rotating it. You just want to lean it forward, make sure that club face stays square when you're set up, and that's going to be the proper handle lean. Second area to look at for your slice is going to be in your takeaway or your backswing. And again, it's going to be 2 main points I want you to look at this area. Number 1 is going to be your hand path. So if you watch my hand path, I'm going to do what typical players who slice do. That hand path goes straight up and out. That club face opens, and this typically looks like the top of their backswing. So what I want you to do with the hand path to start off is make sure it's coming inside your back hip. Okay, that's going to get you swinging more around your body versus straight up and down. Second thing I want you to pay attention to is your club head or your club face. I want that club head exaggerated if you do slice. I want that club head to stay aimed at the ground as long as possible. Now, a good indicator of if you're doing this is going to be the logo on your glove hand. So if I'm taking this back and I see my logo is pointed up towards the sky, that club face is going to be pointed up towards the sky as well. If I'm taking this back and my logo is pointed at the ground, that club head is going to be pointed at the ground as well. And again, that's going to be a better setup with the hand path more in behind your shoulder, logo pointed more towards the ground, closed club face, versus players that slice, open the club face more straight up and down. My logo is pointed this way, club head this way. You can see the difference here. All right, we're halfway through curing your slice, if I can pronounce that correctly. Step number 3 is going to be in the downswing, what to pay attention to. I'm going to keep it simple. 1 point, we're going to do your club path. Now, when you're coming down, a key point to look at is when this club is parallel to the ground. See how it's parallel right here? If my club head is inside the hands, that's promoting an in-to-out swing. That's more of a draw swing or a hook swing. If my club head is outside the hands at this point, that's promoting an out-to-in swing. That's going to be more of your fades or where your slices come from. So if you can get yourself on video from behind you, and again, club parallel, this is the position you want to be in. This is the position you do not want to be in. And that club face will probably be a little more open. See, when I come through, open club face, out to in, it's going to have it start off for me since I'm left-handed to the right, and it's going to slice left. If that club's inside and I get a closed club face swinging in to out, That ball is going to start off left for me. And with that closed club face, it's going to make it curve back to the right more for a draw or a hook. Last area of your golf swing that I want you to look at to help cue your slice. It's going to be club parallel, but in your follow through now. So this position right here. Now players that slice the ball again, they're coming out to in, so that club's going to be right of the hands. That club face will be open, so it'll be pointed towards the sky. Now what you need to look for, players that would draw or hook the ball instead, when they're coming through, they're swinging in to out, so that club head's going to be away from the body. For me, since I'm left-handed, it's going to be to the left of my hands. And that club face, if you get it nice and close for a draw or hook, it's actually going to be pointed more towards the ground. Now you need to exaggerate this when you are practicing it. So I actually do want that club head pointed at the ground at this position. This is ideal. This is not ideal. Now for the drill. This drill is going to be very, very, very important to develop the muscle memory. Again, so you don't have to think about the points in your head. You'll be able to do it naturally with your body eventually, as long as you're practicing. So the most important area of your swing, I know I give you 4 areas, but the most important is going to be impact. It's going to be right before impact, that club parallel, right after impact, that club parallel as well. Those 2 positions are going to determine where your club head and everything else is at impact and how that ball is going to come off the club. So, little drills. If you remember what we went over for the points, club parallel in your downswing, you want that club head inside the hands and that club face slightly closed. When you're coming through, you want that club to finish out because you're swinging in and out. So for me, I'm left-handed. It's going to finish out to the left with that club head pointed at the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take little half swings. I'm just going to start at this position. Stop there. I should stop a little bit shorter than that, but again, this position, stop there. Just little half swings like that. Okay, it's good to practice it and stop at these positions to make sure you're hitting your checkpoints. And then what I'll do is I'll hit little balls like this. So again, start here, finish. It's a little tougher to stop when you're going quicker speed like that. But I saw when I finished, my club head was pointed at the ground, and it was out towards the left, which means I was swinging in to out. So again, start here. I can feel that coming off the club head. Nice little draw. Just a quick point while I'm cleaning up that I forgot to mention. I said probably 7 or 8 things you could work on to help get rid of your slice. Make sure when you are working on it, you're only working on one area at a time, maybe 1 to 2 points in your head at a time. If you get these 8 different points in your head, you're going to get all jumbled. You're going to have too much information in your head at once. You're not going to be able to perform. So if you do want to improve, work on one area at a time. Again, I went over the 4 areas. One area at a time, about 2 points per. Practice that. Once you get that down, move on to the next area.